Introducing the all-new Corolla.
All he had to do was let go.
Closing arguments were heard this afternoon on the twisted tale of love, anger, jealousy, alcohol, and drugs. Prosecutor Gerald Henderson pointed out that if Carl Gargarita had let go on the night of June 15, 2013, Anthony Giralao would still be alive today. Gargarita and Giralao had gotten into a fight in the parking lot of the KNC building in Tumon. Giralao had stormed over to the parking lot after receiving a drunken call from his estranged wife, Irene, to pick her up. She had spent the night out with Gargarita but became angry with him. Intoxicated, Gargarita did not let Irene drive drunk, so he waited at the parking lot with her until a ride came to pick her up. A witness to the fight, Kylie Heron, testified during trial this week that the fight somehow went to the ground as Gargarita put Giralao into a chokehold.
Whether this was actual rear naked choke, he was doing it correctly or incorrectly, that's not an issue. The issue is he was doing something and his plan was to make the guy pass out. His plan was to make sure he could breathe so he passed out. And they kept on doing it.
Henderson also pointed out that out of all the fights that happen down in Tumon every year, it's extremely rare that someone ends up dead.
We got at least one fighter who got down in Tumon on the mids, 6 or 7 on the weekend. So we average about 700 fights. We're not seeing 700 bodies.
Henderson compared what Gargarita did to holding someone's head underwater. Henderson says Gargarita knew that Giralao was unconscious because he felt his body go limp, and he says Heron was screaming at him to let go.
Would a reasonable person, let's say they're kind of fight and pull, right, and they manage to push the person's their head under the water? Remember, no one's been choking each other at this point. They hold their head under, and that person goes limp. Would they just sit there and just very calmly keep him under the water for a minute, let him go? And if you hold an additional 30 seconds, it's no difference if you held him underwater.
Defense attorney Peter SABLAN, however, pointed out that while there are different versions of what happened, Gargarita is the only one who experienced it firsthand.
Everyone has their version of events, and that includes my clients. All different people, and they're all in different situations. Because Kylie wasn't being beaten. She wasn't in a fight. Joven wasn't being beaten, and Joven wasn't in a fight either. Carl was. Carl was being attacked.